It's a sunny day on the south side here of France. It's a new track, a new challenge, and a new country as Romula One gets ready to go racing here in Marseille. Not only is it a new track, but it is also the first sprint race weekend this season of the RGP Formula One World Championship. Before we can even get started on racing, however, we must decide the order for the sprint race. Let's get ready here for sprint qualifying in Marseille. I'm joined here by A350 fan.
Hello.
And YB Panchild here.
Hello there.
Now, really quickly, A350, what are your predictions here for this qualifying session?
Well, as we saw in the past free practice session earlier today, it looks like it's Critical Noob who has a potential to go for pole position. But of course, remember, this is a brand new track. No one has ever raced on it before, so everyone can take pole position. It just matters how much of a knowledge do you have on this track, how much of a confidence do you have on this track. And as of right now, it looks like Critical Noob has that knowledge for getting pole position. What about you, Pancho? What do you think?
I mean, I don't want to be biased. I could say Critical Noob also, but I'm looking at the FP1 results and I've seen both the G-Forces being very competitive. Then you have the new team, Spectron, also being very competitive. So it's way out of the bag at this point.
Yeah, the top five only cover about a tenth and a half of each other. Both G-Forces, Critical Noob, Train Pig, and James. But as you can see here, we're looking at I believe the G-Force. The Midnight Star. I knew that.
So,
But what are your predictions here for at least the sprint race once we get actually through qualifying?
well, so I'm gonna start with for me a possible meme racing podium. Of course, with Critical Noob winning, and Critical Noob winning at Ventosa and at Zurich last time round. Now he looks like he's gonna get another milestone this season. Winning, of course, is just a sprint, but even sprint has some points that can extend your championship lead in the drivers championship. So for the sprint win, I'm gonna go with Critical Noob for the podium. I'm gonna go Brave, the accelerate of Meow, since of course didn't mention it, but Ariantai before this race weekend has officially announced his retirement from driving, but he doesn't leave Romula completely. He's going now to engineer other driver in Accelerate, Meow, who's currently in P3. He's the replacement of the reserve driver Ariantai. And of course, talking about new faces in Romula One, let's talk about one of the new teams in Romula One. Of course, I'm talking about Spectrum Motorsport, as the old LJWE team after Zurich has been withdrawn from Romula One. The replacement for that team was decided 1 week ago, and of course it was Spectron. Out of a lot of amount of applications, Spectron was the one which was approved, and as of right now they are 13th and 17th with the Train Pig doing 1 minute 28.8 and Kanye still without a lap time.
That is actually a very strong lineup, just to say Train Pig and Kanye. Kanye is a very strong midfield driver, and Train, one of the fastest drivers in this championship. Also to note, Prime Drifter, Season 1 Drivers' Championship of Romula One, has come back to the grid after a long break. He has joined Outdrive to replace Meow. So this is going to be a very interesting test to see, does he still have that skill after such a long break? In practice, it seemed like he had lost his edge. He was already 2 seconds off the pace. from Critical Noob, but I'm sure he'll be able to get that pace back quite easily throughout this qualifying session.
Yeah. So, as of course right now we are watching one of the meme racing pass. I think that is Critical Noob. Yeah, as the Critical Noob up to P2 from mid 13 dead. 2 tenths slower than current provisional pole sitter James in the Midnight Star. But Go goes up to P3, but now we are spectating ASM in the Accelerate racing team. He's right now down P15 with 1 minute 27.4. I do believe that is that was his out lap, and now he's gonna push for a promising hot lap as he makes his way through turn 1 and down to turn 2 and 3. No problem. Now turn number 4.
Oh!
The yellow curbs, and that wasn't ideal for him. As you just saw, ladies and gentlemen, this spawned. He's gonna try to do it again with 11 minutes to go. But let's look at the new GeForce driver, Kupson. Of course, the
Captain. I think his name is Azu.
sorry for a mispronunciation of his name. I hope he won't get attacked. And in either way, a new driver for GeForce, and as of right now, it doesn't look good and bad at the same time for him. He's in P10 with his teammate QW being in P3. Now, Pancho, QVW. Anyway, Pancho. Of course, Spectron is the first race ever in R1. What do you think will they achieve overall this weekend and in sprint?
Well, right. I mean, as I look at the team, they do have Train Pig and Kanye Millen, both great drivers in their own way. Train Pig does seem to have a potential that he can also fight for the win. But seeing that, I feel like the best Spectron can pull out of this race maybe is a podium at this point.
What about you, Nathan? What do you think?
I think they'll have a very good debut race weekend here because I've known Train Pick for a very long time. He is one of the fastest drivers I've ever met. But to be Critical Noob is going to be a very difficult feat to achieve. So I believe a podium would be a reasonable expectation for them to have. But I have to say this really quickly. 6 minutes or 7 minutes now before, which is right before sprint quali even started, Ariante has come back to the grid. He is in the meme racing car just for Fernand for this sprint race weekend only.
Oh, so it looks like
he's down to 15th with a 122.1, which is 10 seconds off the pace. But for a just retired driver, it's kind of expected. Let's see how he qualifies here.
Well,
You can say that's premature retirement at this point.
so out of retirement, one last time, looks like, ladies and gentlemen. Ariante in beam racing. Ironically, he was the nemesis of. He loses his front wing out of the last turn. Of course, an enemy of this season enemy of meme racing, and now ironically driving for them for the sprint. So that's unusual. Of course, remember, sprint race, we have right now qualifying for the sprint. And later this weekend, we also have Romula 2, which started 1 week ago. You can also check it out. Promising young stars developed there for potential season R1. But going back to R1, Nathan, Question for you. As of right now, as I predicted, Critical Noob is P1, but as based on free practice 1 results, do you think that Accelerate Racing Team has any chances of being in top 5? Since as of right now, they are P8 and P18.
As of right now, it does not seem that way. In practice, they're already a second off of a Critical Noob. ASM was 8/10ths, and then Meow was a second already completely off of Critical. So I don't know if they even have a chance to get anywhere near the top 5 at this rate. But who knows? Maybe they can somehow bring in some pace in the middle of sprint quali.
Well, I also hope so. As of right now, it doesn't look good for either ASM and Meow P9, P18. It doesn't look promising for Accelerate. Now ASM is last. So that's, like I said, not promising, but we still got 6.5 minutes to go, so everything can change.
I think their hearts are just broken by Ariante going to meme racing. I think that's what they're really concerned about.
But as we are right now watching one of the Sparks in a Zota, they're currently down P16, losing quite some time to Volt in P16. Now he's on P17. So, of course, Izota, one of the teams that isn't that much seen in races due to, in my opinion, being midfield team. But as of right now, you can see one of their drivers, Go. Sorry for mispronunciation if I did so. He's currently in P4, just 2/10 slower than one of the G-Force drivers. So it looks like it is one of the tracks that is gonna. Wait, he's French.
Go in the Asota, currently in P4, is also a French driver here. So this is a very interesting predicament here. French driver here at the first ever French Grand Prix, I believe. So let's see how he does in his home Grand Prix.
Yeah, will he go for podium? Possibly one of the first podiums for Izota. We have to find out later on today. So right now we've got 4 minutes and 48 seconds to go. It's Critical Noob still in P1 ahead of James in P2, and then we've got the G-Force of QW. Then Go, the Train Pig in 5th, 6 is Prime Drifter. And then 7th with ASM. And then we've got
He is
Ratia,
the owner of Toronto Motorsports, surprisingly, who also announced his retirement at one point.
Whoa, that is one of the meme races that just flipped over. I'm not sure which one that was. Believe it is. I would believe it's Ariante, just because he's in a new team. But I wasn't able to get a good glimpse at that. But as we look on to Sparks here in the Asota racing car, going through the few. Oh, I've just been told it's actually Go in the Asota. Going around these last few corners, I believe. I have not actually looked at the track map. I actually need to look at the track map. Going through the fast chicane and onto the main, the hairpin. Going on to the final hairpin, going to the main straight here. Go having a good sector 1 and a decent sector 2. Will he improve his time? Will he move up from P5? Now onto the start finish straight.
he doesn't.
Does not improve.
It does not improve.
Still 1/10 slower than the Train Pig, but still a pretty good result for him. And for Zota, of course, a Frenchman in France. So we're right now watching.
Now on board with Critical Noob, I believe.
Yep, our current provisional poster, Critical Noob in the meme racing.
He actually had a brilliant sector 2, a purple sector 2, 29.866, and a brilliant sector 1 as well.
So Critical Noob looks like is on his way to improve his lap time. He does.
Ooh.
1 minute 12.433, and that is 4/10 faster than the current runner-up. And that just shows how that just is an example of if the better knowledge of a track. So yeah, so let's see if the GeForce of QWQW will do anything to I don't know, stop Critical Noob, or maybe James will also join the party. But as of right now, like I said before, our rookie team, Spectron Motorsport, as we are right now on board with Capson in a GeForce car. Let's see his sector. As of right now, it is all green. 15.995 first sector, 30.425 second sector. He goes a little bit wide out the hairpin, but I don't think that'll change anything for him as he makes his way now through the last corner. Will there be any improvement for him? It is. Up to P7, 1 minute 13.683. And now there's P2 and P7 for the GeForce team. With 1 minute and 19 to go. The time flew really fast. You're right. We are now about to end the qualifying. But now, we're right now on board with James, sorry, not Jam. With James, currently P3, about to finish his hot lap. No, sorry, I think he's now starting. Yes. So then, the final lap for James, one final shot for him. He despawns.
Oh, he goes on the curbs.
And that is over. Let's see. Will the GeForce of QWQW do anything? It doesn't look like. He has 22.975 first sector, 13.629 second sector. It doesn't look like he's on his way for improvement whatsoever. As he's now about to enter the tight hairpin, and one more corner left for him. Basically,
can he actually make it to the line? Can he make it to the line?
He will. Flat out. DRS wide open.
And
that he's just made the line.
1 minute 20.
He can go for one more lap.
He has just made the line with about a second left on the timer. He's just made it. So this is his last chance to Charlie take pole from Critical.
Oh yeah.
That's a good sector 1 there. 15.9.
Getting the slipstream from his GeForce teammate of Cupson, which I would say is a smart strategy in my opinion.
Well, that's smart, but still, that smart strategy doesn't quite work as they think. Still, 15.945 first sector. No improvement! He goes through the yellow curbs. Sausage curbs.
He's still good. He's still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive, but I think that is over for him, for any hopes for pole position. Yeah, I think that is. 13.7. That is over. Ladies and gentlemen, Critical Noob. As he tops free practice 1, he tops qualifying. Critical Noob is on pole position for a sprint race here in Marseille. Hell yeah.
On top by 4/10.
We're still waiting for Travis to finish.
If I'm being honest, are we going to see a potential Critical Noob repeating the Grand Slam again here in Marseille for the first time ever?
Very well be, honestly. Critical is very, very fast here. 4/10 up on QW. There's no way.
So then, our first pole sitter ever in Marseille, Critical Noob. Who have guessed? My predictions went good, but now so who wants to do an interview? Alright, so I'm just gonna start. GeForce, hello. So, P2 and P7 for the sprint. What do you think about that?
It's pretty good, but I do not like that criticals on P1, of course, and I hope that Azu can manage to pip him on the line and get P1, and hopefully Cobson can make up some points because that will help us gain a little bit to the memes, and every point counts at this point now because we are quite behind. So, yeah.
Of course, Coopson joined you for this week right now in P7 starting.
Yeah.
Of course, just qualifying. We're still waiting for a sprint, but overall, if you can say, what are the opinions on him overall?
Obviously, he's a very good driver. In his what's it called, on his day, as we've seen in Mumbai, and hopefully today is one of those days, and he can get another top performance for us, like he did for Artemis. And I'm really thankful that he managed to fill in for Algard because this guy got kicked out by the PC Cafe guys for playing Romula. True fact. Not true.
and the final question for today. Do you think you've got chances of scoring decent points for a sprint?
That we be critical, I mean, he's in this VC right now, so I'll just say it to you. Good luck, boy. I don't know what else to say.
What do you say so zesty? Boy. Good luck, boy.
Yeah, because I don't know. But yeah, hopefully we can manage to be critical. Hopefully makes a mistake, hits the sausage cup, probably just die. That would be really nice.
All right then. Thank you so much for interview. Good luck on the sprint and see you after.
Okay.
Well, joining us right now, we also have the pole sitter critical noob in the VC.
Hello.
So, and also the owner of Noob Racing, Noski here. Well, critical. Let's. I know this is like you're the first driver here in Marseille to get pole. How are you feeling right now?
I'm okay. I think it was a really good lap, considering after Caster added the anti-cuts, the new ones. So I'd say that lap would have been 4 times faster in practice. So I'm really happy about that lap.
So, how confident do you feel that you're potentially gonna do a Grand Slam here by the looks of it so far?
I don't know about a Grand Slam because I still have free practice 2 and the actual quality. So yeah, I'm not feeling confident about that. I'm not even thinking about that anyway. I just want to win.
Seems fair enough. And for the final question, as we're seeing, we heard from GeForce. So, how do you have any words for him right now?
Not really. Just good luck, I guess. Don't crash. If you crash, I don't care about. Yeah, good luck.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Fair competition. Well,
G-Force. G-Force.
Well, all I can say, good luck to both of you, and hope for the best for you too.
For the final interview, we have here Egedy, the team owner of Meme Racing. Egedy, pole position with Critical Noob. How are you feeling about today?
Pretty terrible. I mean, Critical, he just, he shows up and he doesn't impress me. But yeah, it was a fair effort by him. So I mean, it's all right. But definitely expecting a little bit more out of him. But yeah.
Well, you've also signed a retiree in your second spot to replace Fernand just for this weekend. How are you feeling about his performance today?
Oh yeah, all right. Yeah, he impressed me definitely. It's kind of like polar opposites. I mean, Critical, he went pole, but he definitely could have gone, a little bit quicker there. Didn't impress me at all. I mean, just every single weekend it's the same thing. It just doesn't show up for the team. Ari, however, yeah, he recently retired, and we brought him back in. Same race, as he retired for, and I mean, I don't. Where did he go? Like P2? plus 0.
Plus 0, yeah.
Plus 0 to the right or something. Yeah, it was, to me, it's pretty impressive. We'll see how he does in the actual race. But no, actually, I didn't expect anything from Ari. I'm just glad he woke up and decided to fill in for us because Fernand he's not able to show up on Fridays. So super glad he was able to just hop in. And he literally told us in chat, I think he said, I'm risking embarrassing myself just for this. So really appreciative of him actually driving for us. But yeah.
Well, thank you for coming in today. Thank you for talking. I mean, good luck with Critical and Ariante. Good luck to you all.
Yep. Thanks. See ya.
Now we're just a few short moments away until we get the sprint race underway. 17 laps here around the Marseille track. We will see you then. Oh.
Looks like they're in a commercial break for the day. So we are, as Nathan said, we are waiting for the drivers. We are still waiting for drivers to line up on the grid for tonight's sprint race. Of course, remember, this is a real-life format, meaning the sprint race results won't affect the grid order for the race because we have a qualifying for the race. So, like I said, a real-life format. And now we have official FIA announcement. Line up on the grid. No, we already have first one. One of the Accelerate racing cars already lining up. I think that's ASM.
Very strict warning from Casta.
If you don't line up before the timer, you will be pit lane start. So let's check out. So it's gonna be sunny for this race.
So we're not going to see any wet weather shenanigans at all.
No.
It's mini Shem here. We could see some shenanigans.
It's a sprint race. That's the thing also. Okay, let's go on to the grid. Impressive showing from 5th place Gogo in Isota. When we look at the previous results of Isota, they generally are not in the points, they're at least below top 15. But for Gogo, I feel like it will be a special for them to get potentially the first points for Isota, and especially at Gogo's home race here at Marseille. It will mean a lot, and potentially their survivability for the road ahead in this season.
Just looking at the grid really quickly, there's a lot of soft runners, but there are a few medium runners here. There is Gogo in the Isota. There's also Train Pig in his new team, the Spectron car, just for this weekend. I believe further down the grid we have Clocks in the Midnight.
Yep.
Yeah, the Midnight. And also
And
Ratine.
is all mediums.
So both Spectrons on the medium tires. And then everyone else lining up here on the soft compound.
And we have a pit lane starter, unfortunately.
Who is that? Zesty Cow? Oh, Voltron. Voltron is the pit lane starter there. Replacing Train Pig just for this round on the soft compound.
So then, sprint race here in Marseille. About to start soon. We're still waiting for the last to show up. But promising to be. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And the sprint race in Marseille is underway. It's a good start from Critical Noob as he maintains the lead. Away from QW down to turn 2 now, into turn 3. It is Meme Racing in the lead, followed by a Midnight Star. And then we've got one of the meme drivers, the G-Force of QW, Midnight Star James. Fourth is the Train Pig. Fifth is ASM. Sixth is Go. Lost a couple of positions. Not good for the home star. Seventh is Coopson. Eighth is Meow. Ninth is Prime Drifter. And 10th is Ratty. Of course, the team principal of the team. He's racing in currently. Forgot the name, sorry. So then. Critical Noob already half a second into the lead here. We didn't even finish the first lap and already he is pulling off a big margin here as he makes his way down to happen. So it is Meme Racing in the lead as expected, and QWQW is behind him half a second. Lap 1 has done, lap 2 begins.
To be fair, I think everyone expected Critical Noob to just pull away a little bit.
But Capson, on the other hand, is up to P4 already. So that's a good thing for him and for the G-Force, P2 and P4. Next target of Capson, of course, it's James. Oh, but ASM goes a little bit wider.
Actually, it's a brilliant start by Cubson. He started down in P7, already up 3 positions in 1 lap.
Now Capson, of course, has to watch out for AS, who's behind him. But also, ASM now, he has to watch out for the from the Train Pig, the Spectron.
Speaking of that, next lap we're gonna have DRS, and we look at the gaps. Critical is away from that DRS gap from Azu.
Oh, I didn't see that, but apparently Go had a front wing damage. Oh yes, he has. Go lost his front wing. Of course, sadly. But how did we didn't see that? That's surprising, and that's a disaster from a Frenchman in his home sprint race. He's already down last, and he has to pit for front wing, which will make him even fall more down.
What a French thing to do.
It's genuine heartbreak for Gogo, who had probably a very great qualified P5, and just to lose his wing, unfortunately, is just sad.
He is coming out the pits now, 50 seconds off the front. It'll take a miracle for him to get back into the points.
Yeah, of course now Critical Noob is in 1.3 second gap ahead of QWQW. And then we've got James in the Midnight Star, followed by another the G-Force driver of Coopson. Then we've got ASM, the Train Pig, Prime Drifter, Meow, Ratty and Canny in P10. As of right now, the gaps from P1, like I said before, 1.7 seconds, but we just want to focus now on the battle for P7 between I believe that's Meow and Prime Drifter. Yes, it is. Meow with DRS. He's gonna attack the out drive. He's very close there. But Prime Drifter is still defending his P7 spot. Let's see how this will fall out later. We still got like 15. Sorry, not 15. 14.
But like 13.
Oh, Prime's gone off on the sausage curb, and now Meow on his rear end, trying to take the position from him, from the Season 1 Romula World Champion. Right behind him, going to the final hairpin. ASM has gone wide, and now Prime has taken that position.
Wait, ASM from the front. ASM
from
lost a front wing. ASM just lost a front wing. Again, second driver who loses a front wing. Oh, and he hits the wall at the entry of the pit lane. And well, that's not a good sign for Accelerate Racing Team. They're already down P7 and P12 with ASM just in the pit lane. So now all the hopes will go to Meow, who's right now in P7, and he is still attacking the outer drive of the Prime Drifter.
Prem has actually done a brilliant job here after a long break. I mean, 2 seconds off the pace in practice, and now within the top 6. That's a very nice drive on his first race back. Oh, as I say that, he's gone wide. And now Meow right on the back of him once again, seeing if he can take P6 away from the champion. Ooh, as Prime has gone a bit wide, almost to the sausage curb, but now side by side through the fast chicane. Meow, much better line, and now he's taken P6 from Prime Drifter. That is textbook commentator's curse.
Also, keep in mind that Meow. This is Meow's debut season. He debuted it, as I remember, in Ventosa in round 2 for Outdrive, and now he is in Accelerate. Just so you know, Outdrive is a low midfield team, and Accelerate is a top team, one of the top teams. So that's a huge jump for Meow, as he's coming from a midfield team who didn't have any high hopes, but now he has to focus 100% because he is in Accelerate. He knows that he needs to score big points, and right now.
To be fair, that hiring from Accelerate, I mean, it was a very reasonable one. He had a brilliant drive in Zurich, fighting with Fernand for P4. But we are on the onboard with Ariante here, down in P12, battling with Voltron in the orbit.
So that's one of the another battles we have to watch out for. Ariante, of course, back from retirement just one last time, replacing for a sprint only. He's currently down P12, losing 6 seconds to Mr. Cow. In P11, he's right now, like you said, under pressure for Voltron in orbit. So let's see how it will fall with Voltron having now DRS. Will he go for the overtake? No, not quite. He still stays just behind Ariante.
Although Ariante has just gone wide, as you say that. And Voltron is right on the back of him.
Oh, again, next DRS zone here. Maybe this is Voltron's chance to get P12. He's still. Oh, Voltron spins. I mean, not spins, loses control.
Bit of a oversteer there.
And
then understeer in the next corner.
So
probably the tires are probably giving out at this point. It's a very new track, and it seems to be a very high tire wear track at this point.
Yeah. Ooh, Ariante's gone wide. Voltron taking the position away from Ariante.
So then, as we say, Voltron taking a P12 away for Ariante. Of course, I don't actually think Ariante, of course, wasn't that much prepared for Marseille as anyone in the current R1 roster, since they had only one practice session and then qualifying and sprint. So
I mean, he didn't even attend the practice session. Ariante. I just looked over. Voltron has just gone off and has lost a lot of time to Ariante.
But now, as we say, there's a battle for P8 between Clocks and Ratier. So a Midnight Star chasing LM car. Pronto, sorry. For P8, the current gap is below 1 second, as now they make their way through this sweep left and right hander. And now they're going all the way down into the hairpin. But wait! We have to look back to P1 because QW is in the lead. What happened to Critical Noob? Oh, Critical Noob was in the pits, that's why. So Critical Noob.
James is in the pits. So it's probably because of the tire wear. Everyone decided, you know what? let's go on another set of softs and make sure we go a bit longer until the end of the race.
So then, it is now G-Force first and second, with QW leading the sprint race ahead of his teammate Capson in second. And then we've got the Spectrum of the train pick in third. If he manages to be end on the podium, it will be a very good start for Spectrum in Romula One Roadster overall. But they have to watch out because Trickle Noob is there. As we can see, he is edging closer and closer and closer to Meow. Possibly an overtake will occur within one lap, and unless I say so, Critical Noob down to hairpin, and I think now they're going side by side.
And speaking of which, the leader, Azu, has entered the pits.
Oh yes, he does. QW in the pits. Let's see what Capson is also in the pits. So it's
A
gonna
double
be,
stack by the G-Force drivers.
so both the G-Force drivers in the pits for softs, so the same strategy as
Most of the
as
grid.
Critical Loop. Well, the same one, because that's the only one I think they need. They can. So as of right now, Train Pig is the leader of the sprint on medium, so possibly he's gonna try to stay out until the end of the sprint, which is gonna be challenging since he has a meme racing car right behind him who is gaining on the fresher soft tires. So he will have to watch his back soon. But just go back to the down pack with a Go-Go in P15 trying to gain back to top 10 positions with 8 laps to go, because he has to now overtake Ariantai, which he does already. So then Go-Go is up to P14. He will now try to make his way, like I said before, make his way to top 10. But there's also a Nathan interesting battle for P5. Let's look at it.
Yeah, Cloxt is currently in P5. I believe he is battling with, if I can get to it, he is trying to defend from Kanye here, who's in P6 on the medium compound tires. But it's still a decent gap, although Cubson on the softs has just gone past Kanye. I think now Cubson should be raring down on Cloxt for P5.
Well, it looks like we've got first blue flags, and this for Fiat in Hue Performance. Sorry, I was about to say red flag. Blue flag shown. He will have to let the current leader pass soon. Actually, no. Actually, now he has to let he needs to let QW by, and that will somewhat slow down, create a bigger gap between P and P2. If
Cubs has gone down the inside of Clocks here. Now side by side into the final corner. Clocks just ahead for now, but Cubson right behind him, gunning down for P5. Ooh, around the outside, Cubson has just taken P5 quite easily on those fresh soft compound tires. P4. So I'm guessing someone pitted, right?
So it is G-Force back again, P2 and P4, the Midnight Stars being P3 and P5. As you can see, interesting, the first top 4 is all softs, and then got Clocks in on mediums, and the Train Pig again on softs because he pitted, and then Kanye on mediums. So it's right now Spectrum, if I say correctly, I'm tired. P6 and P7. So not bad progress as of right now for the new.
Make that P5. Train Pig has just easily passed Clocks.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, Train Pig has just. I mean, Clocks has done some very dead mediums, I think, and Train has just. He's already gapped him by a second, maybe 2 seconds now, and I think he'll be trying to chase down Cubson for P4.
Well, let's see if he will do so. Both Capson and the Train Pig on soft, so they have the equal tires, but possibly not unequal lifespan, current tire wear, as I believe the Train Pig has a fresher soft. But right now we are on board with Clocks, one of the Midnight Stars, currently losing 1 second to the Train Pig. Down P6, he has to watch out because Kani is 3 seconds behind him.
Although he might be in the same predicament as Clocks. They're both on medium compound tires, which means they probably have been on them since the start of this race. So it's going to be a very torturous last few laps here.
Yes, it is going to be. So we are right now 5 laps to go until the end of the sprint race. Sorry, not 5 laps. It's going to be 4 laps soon as Critical Noob crosses the line. 4 laps to go until the end of the sprint race, and Critical Noob leads by 4-second gap margin ahead of QWQW. Hey, it sounds like Agadabra.
I have to say, in the background of the camera shots we have, Meow has just overtaken Kanye for P7, and now, he's on very fresh softs, he'll be gunning for Clocks. I mean, this is not a great strategy from the medium runners.
Was that Kanye? I think that was. Oh my god, Kanye was riding on those yellow sausage caps, as I saw from my perspective. Well, that was pretty scary from the Spectrum driver.
Yeah, it seems like those tires just aren't doing them very well. Just going all over the place.
As expected, the old tires, especially softs, won't survive that long. So it looks like drivers on mediums have more chances of doing a non-stop than drivers on softs, since they have to pit at least just once for another soft tires, and that's it for them. But as we are saying, Meow is attacking Clocks. Meow on softs on mediums. Let's see who will go. Will Meow?
Oh, Kanye having a huge oversteer moment in the hairpin.
Oh wait.
Oh, it's Prime.
Wait, I just got received a message. Oh, what happened to Kwiat? Kwiat, he crashed in the pit lane.
What?
The Hue Performance driver has crashed in the pit lane entry.
That is bizarre.
That is very bizarre.
It's a very fast pit lane entry, which is a bit, you should be aware of how much time you should slow down for a little bit. It's that kind of catches you off guard.
I mean, when was the last time someone crashed in the pit lane like this?
So, possibly he braked too late, but anyway, back onto the current racing. Kubson got. Yeah, I was about to say, Kubson is in the P4, he has to watch out because the Train Pig in the Spectrum is right behind him. I think he just had DRS or something. He'll have another one soon. So now the G4 driver will have to watch out in his debut race for the team. I think first and only, I don't remember. So then, Critical Noob, well, we can say he is currently unstoppable, winning 1 Ventosa, 1 Zurich. He is now about to happen for the pre-last time. And now out of the final corner for the last time, and Critical Noob starts the final lap of the sprint here in Marseille for the first ever French Grand Prix in Romula One.
As we go on to the final lap, though, Train Pig is very close to Cupson, within a second, probably having the DRS, and this will be a very interesting lap between the two drivers.
Yeah, it is going to be. Will the Train Pig go for P4 in a sprint? Well, we have to find out soon.
He's actually gained a lot of time here in the first sector. DRS wide open now for the Spectron driver. For the first ever Romula One weekend, can Train Pig take P4? Very interesting line between the two drivers, very different. Cubson still staying ahead, but Train Pig having a great run into this windy part of the track. Train to the inside. Now down the inside of the right turn. Oh, got on the fastest curve.
But then, the Critical Noob about to make the last time to happen. One last straight left for him. One corner left for the Meme Racing. No one could stop him today. Critical Noob sees the checker flag first. He wins the sprint race here in Marseille, France. And it's QWQW who finishes in second place, followed by James in third. But we have to wait for battle for fourth between Cupson. Will he do it? Cupson stays in P4. Train Pig still, after he tried to overtake Cupson, but Train Pig still in P5. Meow in his first race is in P5. It's P6, sorry. Then we've got Prime Drift and P7. P8 is Clocked. P9 is Ratty. And 10th is ASM. And that is the current top 10. That is the final top 10 of the sprint.
But remember, in the sprint race, the top 8 scores points, so we can say Prime Drifter, who came back after a long hiatus, scores points.
It's actually a brilliant drive from someone who's been out for so long, and it was already slow in practice. So it's a brilliant job from him, really showing that he hasn't really lost his touch.
And that's what they say. It's not how you start; it's how you finish it.
And then a brilliant message from the FIA right there, just a bunch of hashtags.
And it'll be time for interviews, I guess.
So we are here joined by our sprint race winner, Critical Noob. Brilliant job, although fairly rudimentary here. Another win. How are you feeling today?
Really good, especially since my championship contenders are I didn't get many points. So yeah, perfect day, lovely drive. Wasn't too stressful. I was saving at the end, just like making sure I don't die. So yeah.
Would you say QWQW in the G-Force via car? Would you say he's giving you a good fight, at least for today?
Well, pretty good fight. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't pushing, but yeah, he was close. Like he was close enough that I was worried. But yeah, I was just saving the entire race.
So going into this weekend, of course, the first sprint race weekend, we still have more racing to do tomorrow on Saturday. So what are your chances for tomorrow? Do you think you'll pick up another win?
It's gonna be tough. I think it's gonna be a very hard strategy battle here, because yeah, as you could see, we had to do a pit stop in the sprint. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting tomorrow.
And we will love to see that. Thank you for your time. That was Critical Noob, your sprint race winner here in Marseille. 8 to
Joining
50
us
or
right
8
now,
YB.
we have Cubson of G-Force. Cubson, that was a brilliant P4 from what did seem to be more of an emergency driver situation. Let's say, and you also held up train pig at the last laps. How did it felt that you end up finishing P4?
I mean, P4 is a good result and a positive to take for tomorrow. I think with the setup change that we did from qualifying from sprint quality to the race was actually very positive, and yeah. Actually, I made a couple of mistakes, so I think if I didn't make those mistakes, P3 was possible, but it is what it is, and we move on. And train pick, I think he's just a quick driver, you know. That's it.
And how did it felt like strategy-wise? If I think you started on softs and also ended up in softs while you've seen the other people. Some of them went on the mediums until the end. So how did you guys decided to go on this strategy compared to go on the mediums until the end?
The gap between softs and mediums is quite large, and it's a 70 lap race. So going for mediums, I think it's not a great idea. So we decided to try soft, and it worked out. So yeah.
I'm being honest. It was a brilliant drive. You qualified P7 and ended up in P4. So what were your thoughts when you initially were going to the race first?
Just have fun and see what is possible. And P4, it's good.
Oh, thanks for taking your time here for Capson, and
No worries.
hope you enjoy the rest of the weekend.
And finally, we have G-Force here, the team owner of the G-Force drivers. G-Force P2 and P4. How do you feel about that one?
Finally, we get to outscore Meme in a race, man. You don't understand how long I've been waiting for this. Holy. Finally, that was actually a really good race, I won't lie.
I mean, to be fair, they did have a retirement driver.
Yeah, obviously. But outscoring them is outscoring them no matter what, and you need everything. So getting 12 points to their 8, 4 points, who knows? Maybe that's the difference between the win and the loss in the championship. So I'm pretty happy with that race. Especially
That
with QW's pace.
That is a fair point. Going into tomorrow for the proper race, do you think you can actually put up more of a fight with Critical, possibly take the win?
Well, his pace here was also really strong. I was actually very impressed with that. Even if he says he's sandbagging, which I'm yes, I'm sure that he's lying. He was actually pushing hard as he can. But you know, our God being back, I think double podium is definitely on the cards for sure, and a win, obviously. We just have to hope that Fernan, I don't know, he goes into the hospital again, and yeah, I'll be happier.
I mean, yeah, that would be a hope for you. That was G-Force, the G-Force team owner. Thank you for joining us.
Okay.
And now onto the podium celebrations here for the sprint race in Marseille. As you can see, first up for P3 is James Rigby in the midnight car. Brilliant drive from him. P3 fighting off from Cubson and Train, who were only 2 seconds off. Now in P2, the G-Force driver, a brilliant race, really keeping up the pace with Critical Noob, is QWQW. The Flying Dutchman, I have to say, for today.
He's from Luxembourg.
Oh, is that Luxembourg? Oh, I am colorblind. And now for your race winner, the German driver Critical Noob, 2.8 seconds ahead of QW, and another dominating display here. Pole and the win in the sprint race.
Now on to the German national anthem.
Hell's a kilometer.
And that will conclude the sprint race here in Marseille. Critical Noob is your winner and will gain a heap of points compared to his other title contenders. Next up tomorrow will be the conclusion here in Marseille, the actual qualifying and the actual main race here. Join us tomorrow and see if Critical Noob can keep this pace up, or will someone else join him.
And
Good night.
see you also